Wake up, sleepyheads, and what's up? It's your boy PJ back with part 2 of my updated solo battle guides. Last video I did was on the defense, and I gave you guys the blueprint for the best shutdown defensive scheme you can get. If you haven't seen that, go back and check that right now. I'm putting a card up in the top right of the screen for you to go check that out right now. It will help. It definitely helped me get top 8 yesterday in the solo battle blitz because it was sacks. It is a guaranteed stopper. But today I'm going over the offense. I'm going to show you guys the plays I use, what I look for in every quarter, all the tips and tricks I know how to do, and I'm going to try to help you guys get in the top 100 more too. So first is the kickoffs. Now if I get the ball first, I always just call fair catch or try to get it to the 10-yard line. But when kicking off the ball, EA has been patching the game recently to keep people from doing scum kicks. But they also made it really easy to kick it to the fullback. And for those of you that don't know, the fullback acts like he doesn't know how to run, and he's not a big strong running back. He has no juke moves, and he will fumble especially in regulars, but in solo battles he still fumbles if you run down there and just hit stick him. You see right there, that's my kicker, and he's still getting me user hit stick score, which is huge because doing anything user gives you extra bonus points. Just run down there, hit him with the hit stick on whoever's closest. You will get him to fumble every now and then, and it's a huge way to get points and possessions for your team. But now let's get into the offense. First things first, I go to coaching adjustments and I change the ball carrier tendencies to aggressive. This is to help you get way more successful spins and jukes, which helps your user skill points. Anytime you do anything user related like spins, jukes, sacks, interceptions, anything like that, it'll show underneath your scoreboard. It'll say like user spin. That's good because that means you're getting bonus points added to your score, and any amount of points you can get is perfect. Now I run 2 run plays in the beginning of the game to try and not only get 100 yards rushing at least, but as many rushing touchdowns as I can get. And I only run 2, and they vary based on the team I'm playing. If I'm playing a good team, then I will run this play you're seeing right here. It's my favorite toss play out of the I formation slot flex. HB toss. You can run whatever toss play you feel comfortable with. It's just the best one for me in the Panthers playbook. Go ahead, take off, make smart decisions. Always keep in mind, because you're on aggressive, you need to keep this rule in mind. If there's only one in your way, spin and juke all day. Go ahead and feel free to juke them out and spin. You're most likely going to get that and get those points. If it's more than one, your fun is done, and you need to either get out of bounds or go down. Try to get out of bounds as much as you can because saving clock is crucial in solo battles. You have to keep in mind of that and tell yourself that the game might actually have to take 30 minutes. If you want to get top 100, it's going to take some time to finish. But just keep that in mind, get out of bounds. Don't worry about it if you can't get a one-play touchdown, but that's what you're trying to do. Now, when I am playing bad teams or teams that are under 80 overall, they're not as good, I definitely would recommend running the Wildcat and running the power play at the very top. Put your best runner or receiver at the quarterback spot, and then just run this outside for easy one-play touchdowns. The blocking sets up great, and it's easy holes to read and go through for easy scores. The reason I don't run it against good teams is because a lot of the times the block shedding is really crazy in solo battles, and the computers will just fly right through before I even get the ball on the snap, and it either causes fumbles or loss of yards, and I don't have time for that. So when I play a good team, I run the toss out of I formation slot flex. Another little quick tip real quick: if you do not get out of bounds, run no huddle until you can get out of bounds or you have to call timeout. And when you do get out of bounds in the first and third quarters, keep in mind that as soon as you pick another play, the clock will run. So you want to wait until the play clock gets to 20 seconds before you pick a play, so you save some extra precious seconds. Now when I pass the ball, I use the Trey Y Flex levels play. You can use any different level play you want, but the key is you want this table route with the running back, and then you want your trips receivers on the other side of that. Now what I do is I streak the inside receiver, which is Y, and then I push B and up on the left thumbstick, and then I fade the outside X receiver by pushing Y, X, and then up on the right thumbstick. Now this will isolate that safety and make an easy first read for you to decide where you want to throw the ball. If the safety starts dropping back with the receivers and the corners are covering them too, I will immediately look for the check down running back route, which will be open 99% of the time. And you can even run it in the red zone if you get caught up like around the 5 or something. If you get tackled in bounds, run no huddle and just make your good reads. Always your first read is going to be look at that safety on the left side with the 3 receivers. If he starts dropping back with the corners and it's not open, hit the table route to the right, get as many yards as you can, spin and juke if you have it, and get out of bounds. Otherwise, what you'll see is on your first read, the safety will either creep up or he'll split out if it's like cover 2 or something, and he'll leave the middle of the field wide open, or he'll come down and leave that B receiver wide open down the middle. It's an easy one-play touchdown every time that happens, and most of the time the computers will run cover 2 or cover 4, and then they might mix in a cover 1 or cover 0, and it all gives you the same look. Now right here I just put that in because it's always nice to cheese the computers out in solo battles for once. I have no idea how he caught that, but it was pretty crazy that he like bobbled it and still caught it for a touchdown. Here's another clip, cover 2. That inside receiver is going to be open every time because the computers don't put their middle linebacker in a deep third. Now that's the play I run in the first and third quarters for quick scores and one-play touchdowns. But my bread and butter in the second and especially the fourth quarter is out of gun tight, and it's the drive corner play at the bottom. This play gets this table route open so easily because what you do is you take the 2 receivers that are on the side of the running back and you drag one and streak the other one. It doesn't matter which one, but I typically will drag the outside receiver and streak the inside receiver. This holds the linebacker and the corner on that side from covering that table route, and it's open 99% of the time. This is your first, second, and third read. Snap the ball, look at the table route, throw it to the running back if it's there. I would advise whichever sideline is closer to you, that's where you want your running back to be on, and so you can get out of bounds. This is what I use to get all my completions and first downs. I try to get 30 completions and 20 first downs every game because those things are really important in solo battles. So this is the only play I run in the fourth quarter. It's a great play to get down the field in 15 to 20 seconds, and you don't even have to use a timeout if you do it right. Seriously, you just read this running back. If it's open, take it, get out of bounds. If you can make a move, go ahead, try to score, but get out of bounds, stop the clock. The clock will always stop in the fourth quarter and after 2 minutes in the second quarter once you are done until you call a play. Now, if for whatever reason the table route is covered, the next read is the drag route going the other direction. Now, if you'll notice right there, I playmakered that receiver. Now this is a nice little tip I do to get some extra user bonus score, okay? Because a playmaker counts as the same as doing a spin or a juke or a pick. And what I do is when that drag route goes across the field, I will move the right thumbstick in the same direction that drag route is going, and the receiver won't change direction. He'll keep going at his same speed, and then you get extra bonus points for doing a playmaker, which is nice. It always helps to get extra little points, and you still try to get out of bounds with that as well, just like you will with the table route. You don't want to stay in bounds, especially at the end of the games, because you want to save as much clock as you can. Now every now and then, the table route and then the drag route will both get covered. Now in any instance when that does happen, it is 100% guaranteed that their out route behind the drag route is going to be wide open. If you look here, you see the X drag route, it's covered. The B route behind it is going to be open. That out route is open every time. It does look tight, but I promise you that corner won't jump it. Just make sure you aim the thumbstick up and out towards the sideline, and sometimes you can take that to the house with a one-play touchdown. Now the last read on the play is the deep corner route to the other slot receiver. It doesn't get open that often, but when the safeties are in yellow zones or maybe manned up on somebody else or blitzing, the linebacker will be covering that slot receiver, and if he's any kind of fast and decent, he's gonna burn him for an easy one-play touchdown. So that's also nice that this play can score in one play. Inside the red zone, this play is my go-to passing play, just for the simple fact that that table route is unguardable for whatever reason. Even if it's at the 1 yard line and they're playing hard flats and stuff, it may look like it's gonna get covered, but it opens up every time for the most part. On any time that it is covered though, look for the drag route going the other way like I showed you. That normally will be open next. If that's covered too, then just scramble in or throw it away, because those are your only 2 reads when you're inside the red zone with that. But after you score, always go for 2. The name of the game is to get 50 points as fast as you can. After 50, you don't really get any extra points for scoring. I run the toss out of the I formation wing here because it works better than the other toss play I showed you earlier, but you can run whatever you want in that spot, guys. But that's it. That is what I'm running with right now on offense. If I come up with something better, I will be sure to let you guys know ASAP. I really appreciate all the support and feedback you guys are giving me. Keep it coming, and if you have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments and I will get to them and answer them to the best of my ability. But go ahead and use these plays. Let me know how they work out for you, and hopefully they will help you guys to get higher solo battle scores going forward. But until the next time, keep grinding and stay shining, guys. Peace.